You are listening to the Built to Grow podcast, delivering the knowledge in all things fitness business. We help gym owners win. Here are your hosts, Tim Lyons and Randy Engston.
All right, welcome back to the Built to Grow podcast. I'm your host, Tim Lyons, in a brand new state-of-the-art studio, Scottsdale, Arizona, joined as always by Randy Engston. What's up, guy?
How are you doing, buddy?
How am I doing? I'm looking at these amazing cameras that our new Nick put together for us. So if you guys are watching us on YouTube, or if you've ever taken a look at any of our cuts, this room's completely changed. We've got brand new cameras, brand new everything. So hopefully we sound good. I know we look good.
Oh, yeah. We're definitely looking.
I know you look.
Yeah, you can see us very well now, for sure.
And we're actually facing each other, which is weird.
Yeah, we're getting used to the new layout.
So this is the first day of our setup, so there may be some technical glitches, but either way, I'm pumped to have this going and get this rocking and rolling. So this episode, guys, we're going to talk to you about why I feel gyms are failing today. We work with a lot of gym owners out there on their businesses, and most of what I see, and you probably are going to say, nod your head yes, this is much better.
There you go.
This sounds like you. So the gym owners we work with, a lot of you guys are in the trenches every day.
Yeah.
You're training clients, you're the janitor, you're paying bills, you're doing the marketing, and coaching, obviously, and doing the programming and everything like that. Well, what's that saying go? You can't fix a car if you're driving it. Yeah. Right?
That's it on the spot right there.
You can't fix a car if you're driving it. So most of your businesses are getting you by. Like, I wouldn't say the vast majority of the gyms we work with, they're crushing it. Like, to say that they're crushing it, they probably wouldn't be working with us to begin with. Sure. Because that's why we help gyms, right? We help failing gyms.
Or gyms that just want to take it to the next level.
Well, absolutely. Yes. If you're failing, like a lot of times you need a home run. That's probably not us either, but correct. And the big thing that I see, and you would agree because you take a lot of these calls, is you do everything. You do everything. Yeah. So there's a book I'm listening to right now. It's called Who Not How. Thank you, Matt Weaver, for recommending that. Audible. So I jump in the gym or I'm working out. I'm listening to this. This book's by Dan Sullivan, co-written by Dan Sullivan. And his big takeaway, and the reason why he's gotten 50 years in entrepreneurship, is he, instead of learning out the hows to do things, he hires the who's. Mm-hmm. I don't like Nick's in the room with us right now. Nick is in the room with us. I wasn't going to go and try to figure out what cameras to buy and how to cut it up and do all this stuff on the fly. We hired a who, right?
Yep.
The who. He comes with a vast knowledge base, and you can launch this up, and we're buying speed, right?
Correct.
So every decision that we make, and why we're not signing up with that guy that I'm going to tell you a story about here, is because we need speed, right? Everything is about speed and implementation. When you hire a coach, when you hire us, you're buying time.
Speed and
buying
time,
time, right? We've solved the problems for so many. We've solved it for ourselves. And we've got the answers for you without having to bang your head against the wall and try to figure it out and spend hours and hours and hours trying to dive in and figure it out.
Yeah.
So one of the things that we really feel like we need to do better, or actually do, is YouTube ads. And so,
Yes.
So I saw a video from somebody that I trust, and he was interviewing a guy that does YouTube ads. He has an agency and everything, coaching business. I just literally walked off of that call and into this podcast studio, and their whole model is, we teach you how to do it. And I was like, I want to hire somebody to do it. And we went back and forth, and we're not going to sign up with them because it doesn't fit what we're trying to do.
Yeah.
I'm not going to sit and have you or myself sit here and do 5, 7, 8, 9, 10 hours a week trying to learn how to do a damn YouTube ad. We need to find people, either hire somebody in or hires an agency to do that work.
And like you brought it up there, right? In the call, he said something good. Like, you don't have the time. You're like, I don't want this. I don't want this. Or, I don't need this necessarily. And he said, yes, but the business does. And that's a fact of business, right? Like, you can't just drop money and hire somebody without some capital and those types of things. So in the interim, For the working gym owner, does it make sense? Maybe you do learn the Facebook ads before you have somebody in that position and the ability to do that. Yes. To Tim's point here, it's not right for us because him and I have, the areas of the business that we're working on already. For him and I to take our time to learn that process, implement that process, do it for ourselves, only for a few months down the road, being in a position to, or not even being down the road, but ideally we want somebody who's handling all of our media buying to be able to do that quicker, right? It doesn't make sense for you and I to go invest our time and money to learn it all, to hand it off next month. It doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't make any sense. And I see gym owners doing this, right? Doing this. And a lot of at the end of the day, somebody's got to do the job.
Yeah.
And most often or not, the gym owners are so hesitant to hire somebody because they look at an employee as an expense. Nick, you're an investment, buddy. I'm sorry, you're an investment. In fact, we need to get a camera on Nick so he can be part of the show. He's an investment. If we're being honest,
absolutely,
you got to look at your team and employees as an investment. So, in order for you to grow, and this happened to me when I started getting out of the way and letting people do their jobs, we grew. And we grow every single time. Now, granted, there's bad hires. You can hire somebody that just doesn't fit and doesn't do the job, or you thought that they were going to be better and that. But overall, in general, you think about your team and you think about the staff, the guys on your training floor, the coaches and girls on your training. They want to do good.
Yes.
They want to do good. They're not going to blatantly do a bad job. So it comes down to you taking ownership and making sure that, one, you hire the right person, but having them trained and doing the job. This is the reason gym owners are failing right now, is because you do everything yourself and you're not willing to invest in your team and training and getting them on task so you can stop doing everything.
There's a caveat to that, and the other half is the fact that they think them doing the work is free. Gym owners, you're not valuing your time, and that's the difference. If instead of paying somebody to do the work for $15 an hour, you cut yourself the check for $200 an hour because of your worth to your business for that time, is it still make sense for you to be in that seat doing the work?
Right.
Hell no. 9 times out of 10, no, it doesn't make sense for you to continue down that path. So if your time can be better spent in other income-producing activities or other areas of the business where you're, best seated, that's where it needs to be spent. And so if you have that ability, that's the other half of it. It's not free just because you're doing the work.
Right, and that's the wrong mindset for the owners of your operation, is to think that, well, I'm not paying somebody so I can do it to save the money. You're actually going in the hole if you really think about what your time is worth. What you just said. Gym owners, I say gyms, but gym owners, yes, you're correct. You're workaholics, you're A-type personalities, you're get-the-job-done type people, and I appreciate that. And that's a good trait to have, but you're killing yourself for two things. You're killing your business and yourself because, yes, your time, you only have so much. Unless you have plenty of time in the world and you're just super bored and twiddling your thumbs all day, then you go do the job. But I know that's not the case.
Very rare.
You're scrambling, putting fires out, trying to get everything done. Hire the team, train them right. And that's one of the things we do in our coaching business is really, really well, right? We have job descriptions.
Yeah.
We help you with your KPIs for performance evaluations on how to keep your culture in line, how to make sure that everybody's on the same page, pointing the right direction towards a common goal.
We talk about it. You have to have the buy-in from the team. And
Correct.
if you don't, you're literally, everyone's going different directions.
But that's what we do. Specifically what we do in our coaching program is there's 2 full weeks on that, right? And we this is where everybody struggles is one of our coaching clients in the last group that we just did, he was this guy.
Yep.
He didn't even have an employee. He had a decent operation. But he was killing himself. He's a young guy, so he's a workaholic. He's like, I don't think he had any kids or anything. So he was pretty much married to the business. He's there every day, open to close, training every client. He is billing. He was doing the billing himself manually through QuickBooks instead of like auto invoicing. So, Luke, I'm talking to you, buddy. Good job. He hired an employee. He's blown away how much time he now has, and things are going great for him.
You've said it a number of times in time, right? We talk all the time. Money comes and goes. Time you don't get back. I would say more often than not, the gym owners that we have calls with need time more than they need money. As far as like how can I make things happen, right? There's some working capital in the business. They could invest in certain things and make changes with the capital that they have that would increase their benefit, the benefit to their business and their life. But at the same time, they're already in the weeds 14 hours a day.
Yeah.
And it's so like, that investment might be great, but to our point, when the hell are we going to get that done? When are we going to implement that to grow the business? Now, time, and when we can give that back, the business doesn't always just need to make more money. Let's give you some more time back so you can then decide where it should be spent, how it should be spent, and ultimately then you can grow the capital.
Yeah, and the kicker there is what you do with that newfound time.
That's exactly it.
Right? You got to go and make more money with that time. So yes, here's, to the topic of this podcast, what I think and why gyms are failing today is typically the person at the helm, guy or girl, you think it's noble, you think it's hardworking, get it done type personality to do everything in your business, and it's hurting your business in the long run.
I completely agree.
So first off, the systems. You don't put somebody into a new position without systems at first. So how do they train?
Or clients.
Clients into the system, right?
You don't want to go spend money on marketing if the systems of your business aren't there yet.
Right, correct. And so for your staff, you have to have systems before you go and hire somebody. So that's where we start. We start with our coaching program. We start with all the systems. As unsexy as it sounds, I always say this, right?
Yep.
Oh, systems, it's a buzzword. Like, what does that even mean? It means how you do business. That's if you think about how do you answer the phone, how do you take somebody through a consultation, how do you take somebody through a training program and a training workout? What do you do in the gym? Open procedures, closing procedures. That's systems, right? And like a lot of gym owners don't like put two and two together. Like, what is a system?
What a system? Yeah, they
that's
think software or
Right. And so as unsexy as the word system sounds, it is the most sexy thing once you get it in place. Trust me. I mean, I'm walking back and forth in this gym all day and it's just running. It's just happening, right? And everything's done on a system and everything's kind of rocking and rolling. I don't have to be here. It's an amazing thing.
That's exactly what systems give you time. System gives the business time to leverage.
Right. So if this is you, and a lot of you are like, yeah, I know. What do you do? Here's the choice you have, and you can spitball on this too. You have a choice. Like, yeah, you heard what I just said, and you're probably nodding your head. Yeah, Tim, you're right. It's me. I need to change that, and that's like what you say to yourself. What are you going to do? What are you going to do about it? Like you can go on 2, 3, 4 years and still talk about the need for systems. We're in the first quarter of 2022 right now. We're shooting this. This is your chance to change the trajectory of this year. If you make the changes now, 8 weeks is our coaching program. If you do our coaching program for 8 weeks, quarter 3 by this year, end of quarter 2, you're going to be in a different place.
I don't care who it is. If you sign up for that coaching program, you're going to have your best year of business this year, period.
Yeah.
We know it. We know it. Everybody's done it. If you're in the position to need systems in your business, this is going to be the biggest thing that you can invest in your business this year, period. And to caveat on what you were saying, like the change. If nothing changes, nothing changes. I love it.
Yeah.
Because that's the thing. And we live in the age of information. Guys, you don't lack the information. You lack the time and the discipline to get it done. Period. That's the reason we have a coaching program. The information's everywhere. Go to YouTube. Google it.
It's there.
It's all there, but you haven't done it yet. What is it going to take for you to decide this year is going to be different?
Correct. And the solutions are there, like you said. Here's the difference between going out and trying to figure out the solutions on your own, or in 8 weeks having all the solutions given to you.
Yeah.
Like we're in the same business as you guys. This isn't us trying to coach an ice cream shop.
Or the fact that like we didn't just decide to be fitness business coaches. You have a brick and mortar gym we're sitting in.
Yep.
Right. Yep. So the struggles, the trials and tribulations of growing this business is exactly what you guys can skip and avoid. You want a fast pass, to what it takes to like run
Disneyland.
A 7 big. Yeah, exactly.
Sweet.
Disneyland.
Disneyland Fast Pass.
Ooh, those are good. We got to get back there.
This is the Disneyland Fast Pass to your business. Period. So if it comes to marketing systems, the Vox I just got as I was sitting down in this chair, he goes, ads are on. Are these numbers good? He got $1 leads already. Yeah, dude, those are good.
They've been on full discretion. Like they've been on for like an hour.
An hour. Yeah, and he's getting leads already, and they're booking appointments, or it's like this. All the problems you're facing have been solved already.
Yeah,
we've already solved them, and we have people that are thriving with their new systems in place. And it's your chance. This is your chance. This is the reason why you're either going to be mediocre or fail or grow to your best year ever, right? Mm-hmm. And so, anyways, that's it's a little bit of a pitch, but I mean, if we're being honest, it's what we do. I mean, we're trying to help, right? And we know we're damn good at it. We're damn good at it. So, guys, if this is you, if you find yourself doing everything, not knowing what to systematize or what where to start, you don't know what to do for marketing, you don't know how to do a sales consultation, or maybe you think you do and you could think you can do better.
Yeah.
This is your chance. Jump on a call with Randy, pfmarketingsolutions.com/call. You'll see a PCC logo, which is our private client coaching group. Boom. Click that, book an appointment, and we can have a chat. If it's not a good fit for you, it's not a good fit for you, but we're going to make sure that you have all the information and you can make an educated decision from there.
And that's exactly it. I'm going to provide you with the information and we're going to make a decision together. Yep. Like at the end of the day, it's your decision left or right. But if you don't have the information to make the decision, you need to get the information, right?
There you go.
The highest form of The highest form of ignorance is saying no to something you know nothing about.
Oh, okay.
So, let's have a call. Let's have a conversation. It's a couple $100 a week. I mean, we're not talking like we've restructured this program. We've it used to be $15,000 to sit and have this opportunity, and we've slashed that price by 2/3 right now.
67%.
Yeah, there you go.
So this is your chance, guys. Hopefully, you guys are going to have a great year. If you need help, jump on a call. Guys, that's it for this episode. Until next time, keep changing lives. See you on the next show. Bye.
All right. Thanks for listening to the Built to Grow podcast. Hopefully you got some great information from that last episode. And while you're at it, for your chance to win a $500 Amazon gift card, we are doing a State of the Union survey. It will only take you 3 minutes. That's why we made the URL winninggym.com/3 minutes. Looking to get about 1,000 responses. And when we do get those responses, we're going to host a webinar and show you who won the gift card. So when you get a chance, please head over to winninggym.com/3 minutes, and we'll see you on the next show.